Hi everyone, this is Laura, and today I would like to share with you a project that I just finished creating. Before I get to sharing my project with you, I'm also going to do a quick tutorial on how I created and assembled my project. But before I get to that, I just wanted to share with you real quick what I used to create my card. I have decided to try to make a very simple yet elegant and pretty card for you guys today. And what I did to create that card, or the dies that I used to create this card, is none other than the fishtail banner die set. Now, this die set right now is on sale at diamonddies.com. And guys, it is amazing. It is a humongous die set. It measures 7 inches by almost 4 inches across. It is gorgeous. Um, also, right now at the Diamond Dies website, if you choose to purchase any dies from them and you use my coupon code, which is Thanks Laura, you'll get an additional 10% off your purchases. And if you purchase over $25, you will also be enabled for free shipping. So you will also get free shipping besides the die being on sale and besides your 10% off. So guys, that's a win, 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 win. Yes, it is. I will have all the links to the store, their Facebook, and their YouTube channel in the description box below. And I especially want to remind you guys, especially with the YouTube channel, Diamond Dies right now is having an amazing giveaway. I don't want to give out too much information about it, except that they have an awesome giveaway going on right now. And if you want more information on that giveaway, I encourage you to go on over to their YouTube channel, go on over and check out the giveaway, and please become a subscriber to their channel so that you can also get all the notifications of all the lovely items they release and the amazing giveaways that are constantly being done over there on their YouTube channel. So you guys really should go over and check out Diamond Dies and become a subscriber, not only to their YouTube channel but to their Facebook page as well. Go on over and like them. Yeah, so that being said, and like I said, I'll have all the links for you guys in the description box below. So let me get started. So this is the card I made, and guys, if you've been watching my channel over the last couple of weeks, I have created a layout using the fishtail banner die set. I've created some embellishments and some chalkboard embellishments, or rather I've used the fishtail banners to recreate some chalkboard embellishments, which is very trendy right now. So you might, if you want, you might want to check out that video as well. I did a small little tutorial on that. And today I would like to share with you like I said, what I think is a simple, pretty card. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that stops me from creating cards more often is that I get overwhelmed, especially when coloring images. I find myself, sometimes it'll take me up to 2 days. It's just me, guys. I want to choose the right colors. I want to choose the right papers. And I am having a lot of fun when I'm making it. But if you need to go out somewhere, or let's say you have those last minute parties or events that come up and you want to make a quick, simple card, that is not the way to go, because that's why I get all overwhelmed. I can't color in an image in an hour. And then what I wind up doing is running off into the nearest pharmacy or Walmart store and picking up a card, which is a shame with all the products that we have at home. I should never, ever, ever have to step into any store to buy a card. So I decided to share with you guys this card because I think for me that this is a perfect card for any occasion. you can just do this in so many variations, so many different colors, and it pretty much covers everything, especially for, like I said, a last minute card. Another great thing I think about this card is that you can mass produce them and do them in an assembly line and get even the kids in on it, because it's simple enough for that. So I'll have my little girls helping me out with this as well. And I'm gonna, as soon as I finish this video, I am going to produce and make quite a few more, probably this weekend. That's how much I liked it. And that's why I wanted to share with you. So okay, enough chit chat. I created my card using black cardstock mostly, and three different black and craft cardstock pattern pieces of paper. Three different designs. I have the script design, I have the butterfly design, and I have this beautiful floral design. And these beautiful papers were all gifted to me by M, who's Emoran here on YouTube. And I had these in my Happy Vault for quite some time, and I finally brought them out, and I love them. I really love these papers. So what you're going to need for this project, you're going to need some ribbon. You're going to need to cut out 5 of the smallest size fishtail banner, 5 pieces of pattern paper or cardstock. You're also going to need 5 pieces of pattern paper or cardstock of the next size, which is the second to smallest. You're going to need a card base, which is A2, which will measure 5.5 by 4.25. Then you will also need a 1-inch piece of cardstock, 3/4 inch piece of designer paper, a little embellishment. I chose to make mine out of the Realistic Rose die set, which is also available at diemonddies.com. You're also going to need a little button if you do decide to make your own flower, which I did. And for the inside of the card, you'll need 3 additional pieces of various forms of designer paper or cardstock, also cut out in the banner die. You're also going to need a strip of designer paper for the bottom, and I added that beautiful, beautiful black monarch butterfly. And this is the small monarch butterfly that is also available at the diemonddies.com website. And this is one of my most favorite dies of all. I have quite a few of my most favorite dies of theirs. So let's get started, guys. Oh, yeah, and you're also going to need some distress inks and some glues. So some pop-up, some foam adhesive or pop-up dots or anything that you used. So let's get started. And like I said, guys, one of the reasons I decided to do this card was because I just think it's super fast, super easy, and I am not a tutorial person, only because I do get very intimidated by trying to create projects quickly and easily on camera, because as we all know, nothing ever seems to go right when you do something on camera. At least for me, I get very nervous. I get tongue-tied. I still do after being on YouTube and sharing projects for 6 years. I still get nervous and tongue-tied. And I guess it's just me. It's just the way I am. Now, I am distressing my edges in black soot only because I am making my card. Basically, the color scheme is black and brown, which is the color of the craft cardstock. But if you were making this in some pretty bright colors or some pastel colors, then you would distress it in whatever color you want. Now, excuse me. Also, guys, for you very experienced crafters, and you're probably saying to yourself, duh, Laura, we know we have to color it in or distress it in whatever colors. We know that. Jeez, what are we, dummies? No, I am so sorry. That is not the impression I ever want to give. The reason I say these things is only because I do have a lot of new subscribers to YouTube. Maybe there's even some people out there that have never seen a card being made that are tuning in for the first time. And also, I was just sharing this information with a YouTube friend here. We were chatting, and she just created a project, and I had loved and admired, and she knows who I'm talking about if she's watching this video. I admired one of her projects recently. Okay, guys, so I finished distressing this, and now I'm going to glue this down, and I'll get back to what I was saying in a second. And my glue gun is stuck. Hold on, guys. See what I mean by it never goes right on camera? Now the whole tape came out. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. There we go. So I'm just going to add glue to all the corners. So like I was saying, I saw some things that she did on a project recently. And like I said, I've been crafting for many years now. And there were just a few little items. And I'm just going to center this. Oh, by the way, guys, this piece of pattern paper I cut is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And so she made an amazing project from some items that she had bought at an Etsy store that is very well known on YouTube. And I had to send her a message because honestly, I think she's so talented, and I don't know, every time I watch her channel, it's like I learn something new. And you would think, and that's what I love about paper crafting, scrapbooking, whatever you guys want to call it, the whole YouTube community. What I love is sometimes no matter how experienced you are or how many years you're doing it, there's something that you can always learn. There's always something new out there to teach us. And I love that. I mean, that is I love the fact that you can still, and that's great because then we don't get bored. But you can still kind of pick up on new things every day and learn how to do new techniques every day. And sometimes it can be pretty simple. Like I was telling my friend, although I've been making layouts for like 10 years, I was not always a card maker. I just recently started making cards. I was always intimidated by cards. Yeah, funny, right? And it wasn't until I think last year that I even started altering other projects. So, yeah, I know. So, okay, guys, so I am going to, already distressed this. I'm going to add some pop-up stickies to this. So I can pop that right up and stick it down. And then we'll distress all the fishtail banners and pop those up as well. So here we go. And please forgive me, guys, for working a bit slow. My hands don't work as fast as most. I do have finger problems and joint issues, and it makes my working sometimes a little bit slower. So that was why I was saying that in my videos, especially in my tutorials, I don't mean to be implying to anyone that you don't know or you should know or anything like that. I just like to cover all my bases and think along the lines that somebody might just be tuning in for the very, very, very first time. And you know, give some consideration to that when explaining certain things. So now I'm going to add some ATG glue to the bottom. And see what I did here, guys? I put So now we have some more layers, and I love my layers. I love my layers on layouts. I love my layers on cards. I just love layers. I think it's the best way to decorate and embellish something without costing you a lot of money. And not only that, I mean, we spend so much money on these beautiful papers. Why not use them to their fullest and best capacity we can? Because I don't know about you guys, but have you noticed how expensive the products for scrapbooking are getting? I mean, seriously, guys, we better learn how to yeah, we better learn how to take our products that we buy, especially our tools and our dies, and use them and think outside the box just so that we can get the most that we possibly can out of them for our projects, because it can be very, very, very costly. Okay, guys, so I have distressed my pieces, and I am going to alter them between craft cardstock and black cardstock. And now I have my little tiny banner dies as well that are going to go on top, and I like to put it this way. So if I was doing an assembly line, I could once I finish coloring them in, I won't get confused, because sometimes I get distracted and I make the silliest mistakes because I didn't lay them all out ahead of time. So there we go. That's, yep, that's the pattern I want. And I would also put the letters on before I mount them onto the bigger, meaning put whatever embellishments you're going to do on the smaller banners before actually mounting them onto the next size. So I just wanted to stress this real quick as well. Like I was saying, guys, I don't know if you're aware, but Diamond Dies is having a giveaway on their YouTube channel. I hope you guys do go over and check that out. It is so cute. I mean, I love what they're giving away. I wish I won it, but you know, it's not for us, it's for you guys. So with the first card, as you can see, I wrote hello. And the reason I wrote hello is because I thought that was pretty basic, covers everything, covers birthdays, anniversaries, just saying hello, friends, even as a sympathy card, hello, and then you can write your sympathy statement on the inside. Like I said, again, keep in mind, quick, fast, and in a hurry, just cards you'll have in your stash to pull out for those emergencies. So, of course, if you're going to make a sympathy card, you might go a different route, but in an emergency, this would do. So what I was saying was, for that card, I did hello. For this card, I decided I was going to go a different route and do hello, but I'm going to do it today in Spanish. And I decided to spell out hola, which is hello in Spanish. And since I do have Spanish speaking family members and relatives, I need to have both English and Spanish cards in my stash. Just in case, like I said, those emergencies. You never know when you're going to need one. Now, I ran out of the big L's, but I'm going to use a little L. And hola only has 4 letters as opposed to hello, which has 5. So I am going to instead use a big exclamation point. I was going to put a little heart there, but I changed my mind. I'm going to put an exclamation point instead. And guys, I thought this was going to be simple and fast, and I'm already 20 minutes in. Yeah, I know, Laura, if you didn't talk so much, it wouldn't be 20 minutes, but it is. So now I'm going to add 2 of these teeny tiny pop-up dots just to give it some stability, to give it some dimension, and to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Now, the reason I haven't peeled the other part of these things yet is because I wanted to make sure, oh, I did that already, that I distressed them before I peel them, and I just realized I did do that. Okay, so now just peel off the little papers and pop them right up. Now, I used a black satin ribbon to adhere the banners together, and then I made it a little bow. You don't necessarily have to use ribbon. You can use twine. The fact that on my card my ribbon's not even showing, you don't even have to attach them on a ribbon. You can still glue them down and just stagger them so that the corners don't show, and just put a ribbon at the end. Like I said, I love my layers, so I tend to go all out with that, and I will put as much into my cards as I could, so I don't mind that the ribbon doesn't show. I know it's there, and plus it helps me to place the card as well, and I'll share that with you in a minute. Okay, so now for this, I'm gonna have to take this off of here, and please excuse my craft mat, guys. I know it's pretty old, and I have been working on it something fierce. I have to get myself a new craft mat. So now I will use a glue gun, and what I do is I have to work sideways, guys. I'm sorry. Because of the way I have my camera, and also because I tend to use my left hand for the glue and my right hand to place. Yeah, I know I'm a little backwards. I can't squeeze the glue gun with my right hand, that's why. So I work this way. So I just add a teeny bit of glue on the very edge of my banner, and I just glue it on there like that. And that's why I love my craft mat, because it will not stick. It will not stick permanently. It will come off. And see, I'll start shaping it already. And since I already made the first one, I know that if I stagger them and I use 5, they're going to fit. So, yay! That's done. And see what I mean, guys? Once you glue it on the ribbon, even though they are all glued, because I barely touched them at the corners, and I did not glue them on the corners. Well, this one I could have glued just a little bit more. Hold on, guys. I didn't put a lot of glue on the corners. It gives it just a tad bit more flexibility when placing. So now I'm going to place my banner on my card, making sure that it all fits in. Again, unfortunately, I do work upside down and on the left side because of my hands. I am happy with that placement there, so I am going to start on this side and glue that down. And I work this way. I will go from this end and then I tend to try to fit everything else in the middle once the corners are done. And now I will adjust the other pieces. And now I can turn it around. And I do use my glue gun, my hot glue gun, a lot. And I'll take care of all those little nasty strings later. So there we go. Remove all your glue strings, and now I will cut these ribbons. Cut these little ribbons off. And I also will glue down my ribbon pieces. I don't want them flying all over the place, but at the same time I do want them to look a little flowy. So I will try to glue them down, but keeping in mind that it is a banner and looking like a banner. So that's that so far. Again, taking out those glue strings, and that you can fuss with later. Oh, and another quick tip, guys, for the glue strings, a heat gun for a few seconds will take them all away. Then you won't have to fuss with them. Oops, so sorry, I moved my camera again. Okay, so that's done. Now, because it's craft cardstock, I'm going to put it back on the white just because it's a lot easier to see on camera. There we go. Now, for the flower, I just distressed all the corners again with black soot. And I have 3 layers. Again, this is the realistic rose die, also available at diemonddyes.com. And what I did was I cut out 2 plain pieces of cardstock first, and then I cut out another small rose in the pattern paper. And you are going to need where did I put mine? Oh, there it is. You're going to need a stylus, and you are also going to need one of those foam pads. And what I did was, if this is the side of the flower that I would like to see, on the other side, using my stylus with the smallest, finest point, I just grab it from the top and run it down, just to give it some texture, just to give the flowers some veins. But not only that, what this also does is it breaks up the fibers in the paper, and it makes it a lot more pliable and easier to form different shapes on the cardstock. And then I take my larger stylus and I just go around in circles to the center of the flower. And I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it gives the flower, please excuse the ink on my fingers now, it gives the flowers a lot more veins, and it also helps in shaping the flower. I don't do it to the one on the bottom. I like that one to be flat, but I will do it to the other 2 layers on top. Now, if you want a darker flower, or if you like darker flowers, I wanted to keep mine pretty light, you can also wait till after you texturize the flower, after you put the lines in the texture, because then if you go back, see how you can see the lines now? If I were to go back with the distress ink now, the lines or the veins or the flower ridges would show a lot more. But I'm not too concerned about that, only because I am going to totally cover up the layers of this flower. I am going to move this a little bit up and work on my craft mat. And what I will do is I'll just put a little bit of glue in the center, and then the layer is not printed. I want it offset just a little bit, like so, so you can't see the bottom layers. And they look like they're lots of little layers there now. And then I'll do the same with the next layer. I'll just offset it just a little bit. And there you go. And now I'll add a tiny dab of glue. And I will put my little button in the center. And get rid of the glue string. There we go. And there you go. And I will just add this to the front and the center. And now I will add my little flat back pearls in black. You're going to need 4 of those. Again, I will use my glue gun for that as well. We're almost done, guys. Now, considering I did not start making this card, because I had a few announcements and I was chit-chatting and sharing with you guys. But I'm looking at my clock now, and it says I'm 30 minutes into this tutorial. Now, mind you, I did pre-cut everything ahead of time, and I did have an idea already of the card that I was going to make. But even so, it's only been 20 minutes, guys, and I've been able to recreate the whole entire card. And for me, that's absolutely fantastic, because I kid you not, it will take me sometimes a whole entire day thinking it out, cutting everything out, pulling everything, seeing what matches. It will take me a day. So guys, that's basically the front of the card. Now, the only thing that you would have to do to the front of this card that I have not done yet, that I did do on this card, was make the little bows and add the stickles. As you can see, I have stickles. Now, I'm not going to add the stickles on camera, only because, as you know, stickles is a glitter glue, and it does need time to dry. And this is not the color I'm using. I'm using the Diamond Dust. But for those of you out there who have never seen stickles, this is what it looks like. And it is a glue with lots of glitters. It's one of my favorite embellishments for cards. I think it adds a lot of pretty. And you don't have to do anything except for squeeze it on, basically. So now I have my little strip for the inside of the card, which I am now distressing with black soot. And I have my little banners. I'm just gonna put some ATG glue on here. And guys, if your measurements are just a tiny bit wonky, like mine was right here, just nip it right off. And then I will go back and distress that little corner again. There we go. Now for the inside, I will place, just to give it a little decorative touch, I'm going to place these little banners on the inside. And as you can tell, these 2 banners are exactly the same size, and I don't want that. I want it to just be a little bit different. So I'm going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch off the top, and now I'll distress that. And that way it looks like it's a different size, but it really isn't. It's the same die. It's just the length is different. not the width, just the length. Alrighty, so I am going to get some ATG on this piece and some ATG on this piece, and remove this little piece from here, put that in the garbage, move my glue gun, and I'm gonna lay this one down first. Then I will lay this one down. Then I will take my little black piece. Like I said, I am really having so much fun with this fishtail banner. I cannot tell you guys how much I love it. I've wanted a fishtail banner for such a long time, and for this purpose, to make banners. I mean, who doesn't love a fishtail banner? And they're just so great for like any project at all. Now I have the butterfly, which is going to be the last piece that I put on my card, and I am using my Scotch glue quick dry adhesive for that, because there's so many little details. And I will get some excess glue, which I will just dab off with my paper towel, and when it dries, it'll dry clear, so I'm not too worried about that. And like I said, because this will be an any occasion card, I did not stamp a sentiment on the inside, and I will not until I know for what occasion I'm using the card. And because I created the card black and cardstock, any ink, but especially black, is going to look great inside. So keep that in mind too when making cards like this for any occasion that you just want to have in your stash. You don't want to necessarily have a lot of crazy colors, because then later on when you need it and you have to go back, you're going to have to try to find something that matches along those lines. So yeah, I'm going to finish up this card off camera. Like I said, I'm just going to add the little bows and some stickles, and my card is done. And remove the extra glue strings, of course. So guys, I hope you like this project. I hope you like the toot. I hope you like this what I think to be a very simple yet pretty and elegant card. And it, like I said, it took me a total of 30, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, because I was talking a lot, to make. So I hope you all have a blessed day. And go on over to the Diamond Dies YouTube channel, Facebook page, and website, and check these guys out. Bye for now. Have a blessed day.